Today I'm going to show you how you can improve your contact and get 20 yards with your fairway woods by following my 5-second setup routine. When we get set up, we're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about hand position, we're going to talk about aim, and we're going to talk about ball position. If we get those three things correct, then we can have good contact and we can get those 20 yards that we're looking for. The fairway woods are a little different. It's not a driver where you're hitting up on it. It's not an iron where you're hitting down on it. It's actually, of course, a fairway wood where you're hitting more through it. So let's talk about distance from the ball, or what I call hands. That's the first thing in this 5-second routine. Your hand position. This club is longer than an iron, but shorter than a driver, as we discussed. But here's the key. When you're set up, I want you to feel like your hands fall directly below your shoulders. Everybody can kind of see how I'm doing that, right? When I'm set in here, I just want to feel that my hands are in a position where they fall directly below my shoulders. So the first step in this 5-second process is just to place the club, the fairway wood, behind the golf ball. Put your feet together, and I want you to just let your hands fall. Now, if they fall like this, you're in a pretty good spot. If I stand like this, okay, obviously that doesn't work. If I stood like this, of course that doesn't work either, right? So the first step is to place the fairway wood behind the golf ball, position your feet the distance from the ball so that when your hands fall, they fall right below your shoulders. How does that look, Nick, there? Does that look pretty good? Okay, hey, Nick, give me a thumbs up. Be sure that you give us a thumbs up. And you know our favorite question, tell us where you're from. We love hearing where you're from. Now, the second thing is aim. Now, aiming fairway woods can be really difficult because, like I said, the face is different. They're kind of, it's more of like a roll. It's not like a straight line like it is on an iron. And today I'm using, okay, the new Hypermax. We just came out with this thing here. If you're an older golfer and you have a hard time getting the golf ball in the air, you want to check this thing out because it is launching really high and the reviews have been great. When you go for aim, what you want to focus on is not only the club face, right? Remember how you put the club behind the golf ball there. You want to make sure that the face right here is square to your target, but I also want you to focus on your toe line. So I'm set in here, right? I'm the right distance from the ball. We learned that. That's the first step in the process. The club face is square. I can see that. My toes should be on a straight line. If my toes are sitting like this, obviously doesn't work, right? If they're sitting like this, doesn't work, right? But by putting your feet together, you can see if your toes are in a straight line. And if they're in that straight line, now you step towards the target and you step away from the target, and with any luck at all, your toes are now square to your target line. So that's the hands. That's the distance from the ball. That's getting the club face nice and square, and that's getting my toes nice and square. But the third thing, and probably the most challenging, is ball position. Where should that ball be? Now, if you followed any of our stuff, you know, like in the vertical line swing, okay, when we're hitting an iron, we want to have ball first contact. We want to hit the ball, and then we want to hit the ground. When we're hitting our driver, we want to hit up on the golf ball. But with the fairway wood, you want to catch the ball right at the bottom of the arc, right at the bottom of the swing. Now, where is that spot? Well, for most golfers in general, it's going to be pretty much equal to the buttons on your shirt or the logo on your golf shirt. Let me show you how you can find that position. So here we go. Let's go through the process again. Place the club behind the golf ball. Get your feet the proper distance from the ball so that as your hands kind of hang, they hang right below your shoulders. Your toes are in line, and now here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a step towards the target about 2 to 3 inches. 2 to 3 inches towards the target, and then take a larger step away from the target so that you have a stance width that is comfortable for you. Let me go through that again. Club face there. Okay, hands are below. 2 to 3 inches towards the target, much larger step away from the target. Now, once I've completed that process, now the ball is somewhere between the buttons on my shirt and the logo on my shirt. Everybody see that? That is the perfect position, the perfect ball position for your fairway woods. If we get it in that spot, then we can catch the golf ball right at the bottom of the arc. So in 5 seconds, we now have the hands below the shoulders, so we're the proper distance from the golf ball. We've got the club face and our toes square to our target, so our aim is dialed in. And we've got the ball somewhere between the buttons and the logo on our golf shirt. And when we do those couple things right there, we've definitely added 20 yards to your fairway woods. Hey, if you want more help with your golf game, check out my next video. And if you want to personally work with me and our golf team on your game, check out vlscoaching.com.